Ever feel like you're just surviving when the ball comes at you fast? Imagine that you could flip that pressure shot into a winning counterattack. Stick around and I'll show you just how. Today, we're focusing on one of the most powerful skills in pickleball, the counterattack. Instead of just blocking or resetting, I'll show you how to take that incoming speed and use it to put your opponent on defense. We're going to cover practical tips you can start using right away, and I'll walk you through drills designed to build fast reflexes, solid control, and confidence to turn defense into offense. For drill number 1, we're working on off the bounce counter. So Drew and myself are going to be stationed right on the kitchen line. How this is going to work is I'm going to be feeding in a dead dink. It's going to bounce on Drew's side. Remember, a dead dink means the ball is close to or is bouncing twice in the kitchen. So I'm feeding a very soft ball to Drew. From there, he's going to speed up cross-body. So if I feed him a forehand, he's speeding up cross-body to my forehand. If I go to his backhand, he's speeding up cross-body to my backhand. From there, I'm working on my counter attack. And the biggest thing with this counter attack, when the ball is attacked from off the bounce, we need to make sure that our paddle face is above our wrist. This is going to help us make sure that we're hitting down on the ball, right? If we have our paddle in line with our wrist or below, okay, a lot of times we're going to start popping the ball up. So keep that paddle face up since Drew is having hit up on the ball since it's off the bounce. Okay, ready? So if I go to your forehand, you go to my forehand. 1-0.
We played it out?
No, I'm kidding. I mean, yeah, we are playing it out, but. Okay.
Go one.
Oh, good ball. That was a bag. Good shot.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Nope. Ooh, good try. Okay, that was a really good example. I barely moved my paddle on that shot. Okay, so we need to make sure as we're doing this, we talked about this last week. If you haven't already, go check out that video down below. We need to make sure that we're keeping our elbow tucked and just turning our wrist. We lose a lot of time when we start moving our whole arm to swing. Instead, turn the wrist and then lean into the ball. Nope. Ooh, ball. One thing to know as you're doing this drill, the person that is speeding up, okay, I'm counterattacking. I already know where Drew is going. So he's already at a disadvantage. The only thing he can really change is the pace of his ball. A lot of the top pros do this, right? If you get comfortable or if you're constantly going to one location, you need to make sure you're changing the pace of the ball. That way, right, let's say I do 2 very fast speed ups. On that third one, I go off pace. Drew's going to be super far in front of that ball, and right away I'm at an advantage. Oh, yeah. Okay, another good example there. My counterattack was super slow. It's placement over power on this, right? Drew's attacking this first ball. He's expecting that next ball to be high again. If I just redirect the ball down at his feet, it doesn't matter how hard I hit the ball. Couple more here. Nice, good ball. Little off pace there. Good shot.
Oh, yeah.
Just out. Out. Oh, good try. Try it.
It's
Sorry. Good ball.
slow it down. As I said.
No, one more. Winner takes all here. Nice. Good hands. Drill number 2 is oh shit counters. So how this works is Brad and I are both at the kitchen line. Instead of feeding a dead dink that's bouncing in the kitchen, this second drill, what we're doing is I'm going to feed in a ball right around the midsection. Okay, so right around, I would say around like waist height, maybe a little bit above. Okay, so the ball is almost going to be in line with the net. Brad is going to be taking the attack out of the air, and once again, he's going cross-body with this speed up. The reason I'm having us go cross-body on this speed up is because when we're taking the ball out of the air, a lot of times we're reaching in. So if I'm super overextended, it's really tough for me to get the ball to go down the line. So this is also a good thing to note if you're counterattacking. If you see somebody reaching in and overextending for a speed up, recognize that and know that majority of the time they are probably going cross-body. So now that Brad is taking the ball out of the air, okay, he's making contact a little bit higher with the ball. So I need to make sure that now I'm keeping my paddle face in line with my hand and wrist. So before we were making sure that paddle face is up, now we're in line with the wrist. So it's going to be more of a swing, almost like the ground stroke, but without a backswing. The reason for this is because now I can hit through the ball. If that ball is coming around like my waist height to chest height, I need to make sure I'm hitting through the ball and not hitting down or up on it.
All right.
Okay,
So I'm going cross-body this way, cross-body.
Yep. Taking the flick out of the air. I'll counterattack, and then we'll play it out.
Okay.
I'm just going to alternate between your forehand and backhand side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
Thank you. Out.
That's
Cleared it. There we go.
So Cam, if I'm coming this way and I'm hitting the crossbody, both of your balls have come back forehand. So I've hit and then I've come here,
Yes.
but I should hit and then.
So yeah, that's a good point. So the reason that's happening is typically the ball would go to your backhand, right? Because it's that triangle effect.
Yeah.
The reason it's not is because I know where you're going, so I'm a little bit out in front of the ball.
Yeah.
So one thing you should be doing is changing the pace of your ball.
Yep.
That way you're throwing off my timing a bit. Yep.
Got it.
Good question. There we go. Like that one. That one is better.
Yeah.
Same thing there, just like the last drill. I took a ton of pace off the ball. All I did was redirect the ball down to his feet, and I won the point. Try it. Brad, I think for you, one thing you can work on as you're speeding up, right? You know where you're speeding up to as well.
Yeah.
So you can work on hitting and then also shifting with your feet. Right now, you're just moving the paddle. Try to move with your feet as well.
Got it.
Think about, instead of, you don't want to take a ton of little quick steps. Instead, think about just taking one lunge step. That way you keep your wide base and your balance. Tip, forehand here. Forehand again. Nice, good ball. Forehand. Much better, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That was great. Taking those
Do
trips.
that every time.
Good, that's all right. Nice, there we go. Good, Brad. You had a forehand grip?
Yeah, I was sitting forehand.
Okay, here you go, forehand. Oh, wanted it. Good, nice ball. Dang it. Forehand.
Yep.
Slide. Yes, that's all right. That was great. Oh, dang it. One thing I started doing on the last couple, if you don't feel comfortable standing right here in the kitchen line, you need to make sure on counterattacks you are always leaning into the ball. So if you feel like you need a little bit more time, take 1 or 2 steps back and then make sure as soon as you see your opponent, okay, speeding up at you, lean into the ball as you swing. You can even step in as you swing as well. 2 more. Nice, good ball. Last one. Nice, perfect. Drill number 3 is reflex wall drill. So for this, you don't need a partner. All you need is a wall. So a lot of times, especially at the intermediate level, players aren't always, or not everybody is stationed up at the kitchen line. A lot of times, hands battles are happening when one or maybe both players on the team are stationed in the transition zone. So remember with the previous two drills, we talked about leaning into the ball. It's so important at all levels. So for this drill, we're going to start about 3 steps from the wall. So for example, I'm going to start here. I'm going 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. This is my starting position. What I'm doing is I'm going to feed in a speed up, and then from there, I'm working on moving in as I counter. So a lot of times what I see, which is wrong, is as players are trying to move through the ball, they're moving with both their feet and almost running through the shot. Instead, what I want to see is you stepping in as you hit. So instead of using both the feet and just being off balance, you want to stay balanced, step in as you swing. You can almost honestly think of fencing. If you've ever seen that, how this is going to work is you're going to be here stepping in with 1 foot as you swing, working on the counter. Now let's jump outside and I'll demonstrate. I'm going to hit an initial attack or speed up. From there, I'm working on moving through the ball, but making sure that I'm staying balanced. So a lot of times I see players running through as they're trying to swing. You want to make sure instead that you're stepping. That way you're staying balanced and under control. Okay, so one thing as I'm doing this, notice that I'm electing for mostly backhands. Your backhand can cover a lot of area compared to the forehand side. So you want to make sure as you do this drill, I would start off with the backhand side, stepping in and using that backhand counter. If you get super comfortable with this, let's say you do it 5-10 minutes, you can go ahead and switch, try out the forehand side. I will say even if you try the forehand side, after you hit an initial 1 or 2 balls, it's probably going to turn into a backhand counter from there. So with this, you always want to think about a seesaw. That's going to help you determine where your paddle should be when the ball is on your opponent's side. The lower the ball is on your opponent's side, the higher your paddle. The higher the ball is on your opponent's side, the lower the paddle. This is going to help make sure that you're prepared and early on your next swing. Winner takes all, me versus the wall. All right, 0-1. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and comment if you found any of these drills helpful. We are trying to hit a hefty goal of 5,000 subscribers and would love your help to hit that milestone. Be sure to turn on the notifications to get notified on new content each week. We'll see you guys again next Friday.